Hi, everybody. Welcome to the first Jamaica Design Association podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Jackson. We are going to be talking about designers on this program. We're going to be talking about design solutions, how design can enhance our society, how design can shape our future. As the president of the Jamaica Design Association, Roger Davis, always says, design shall save the world. And this is true. Whether we want to acknowledge it or not, design is a part of everybody's life. From the car you drive, to the building you work in, to the shoes you wear, to the water bottle you drink out of, to the wrenches that you use to turn the nuts and bolts in your car, design is everywhere. Our first guest this week is Yorkali Walters. Now, Yorkali, let me just give you a little bit of background on this gentleman. He is a designer, a thinker, a writer, photographer, design educator, and visionary. Yorkali is a multimedia designer, writer, and photographer with an architectural background, adept at telling a brand's story across multiple visual mediums. Whether it's print, web, corporate identity, product exhibits, or installations, he is an open-minded team player who loves to weave meaning and memory into designs while staying focused on achieving maximum mind share for the client's brand and, of course, a memorable experience for the end user. And he is one of the owners of Walters Weddings, a photography and videography company that does marvelous images for weddings. All right, so Yorkali, without further ado, we're going to start the questions. Right? I'm going to ask you a few questions so we can get to know a little bit more about you and the way that you think. The first question I want to ask is how? How did you get into design?
Well, if you count high school, I would definitely say it started in high school. I was really into graphic design while at JC, and it was also a part of my first entrepreneurial venture. I could not afford a trapper keeper, so I made my own, and someone saw it, liked it, and I think I sold one. It never became a big business, but that's where graphic design started from me, and I did pretty well at it doing art. So yeah, that's where it started. Jamaica College, 189 Old Hope Road.
Wow, you built your own trapper keeper. That's wow, no, that is innovative. That is using, design thinking. And you sold one. I mean, hey, not a big business, but I understand where you're coming from. I used to do comics at JC, and I actually sold one of my comics. Only one, but still, it was a big achievement. So, all right, now we're going to get into another question, and I think this question is we hear the term design thinking all the time, but a lot of people don't know what it means. So, could you just tell me what design thinking means? What is design thinking?
What does design thinking entail? That's a good one. For me, it entails a process. It is essentially a process that takes you through a number of steps that are essential to distilling from thought to execution when it comes on to making certain decisions. These decisions can be directly design related. It could be a user interface. It could be a website. It could be an organizational decision. Where to put a counter. What kind of responses should our receptionist have to someone who they've never seen before, or what are the variety of responses she or he should have. Design thinking is so much more than the boundaries of design for me. it truly entails. It's a mindset. It essentially is a mindset. Mind you, I could go into the different steps of design thinking as we normally know them, but I really want to expand what people understand design thinking to be, to and elevate it or reveal its actual level and importance in our everyday lives. It's a mindset. And this mindset can help us to approach almost any decision we make in our lives. Almost any, unless you have to make the decision in an instant. But for me, it entails a process-driven mindset that incorporates specific steps that can be modified based on the problem at hand.